I just experienced a fucking earthquake. Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Brian, also known as Brian. Welcome back to my anime seasonal review of spring 2019. This is a series and when I watch a bunch of animes that come out this season, and I just review it and give my final thoughts on what I think about the series. I only seen animes that interest me, so I'm not watching every anime that came out this last season. So I'm only reviewing on the ones that I did watch. I should probably change the name of this series. I don't know. This is still a fucking second pilot episode. I don't fucking know. So I am gonna review all the animes that I did watch. And the way I rate or rank stuff on my channel are through letters. S, A, B, C, and D. S being the best and D being the worst. On the rarest occasion, if I really do like something, I will give it a double S rank or a triple S rank. This is all inspired by, yeah, you'll fucking know. So without further ado, let's rock. Attack on Titan Season 3. Let us begin with the mainstream anime, as everybody calls it, the most overhyped anime, whatever your opinions on Attack on Titan. I gotta say, fucking Season 3 of Attack on Titan is a goddamn fucking masterpiece. Yes, I fucking said it. It's a masterpiece. Hate me! Since there are two parts of Season 3, Part 1 that was released last year and Part 2 that was released this year, I will talk about Attack on Titan Season 3, review it as a whole season. Attack on Titan Season 3 begins right after the events of Season 2. The first part of Season 3 takes an interesting turn that has no titans and mostly deals with politics inside the walls. It adds character morals, battles against humans with great development. A nice interesting turn from our usual Attack on Titan plot. Levi returns in action after a long break from Season 1. After he fucking hurt his fucking ankle, he's back in fucking action. The way Levi is in Part 1 and as well as Part 2 is great. I love what they did with this character. He gets a whole lot more screen time, and it's just amazing and fucking great to see him back in Attack on Titan. And Part 1 of Season 3 does have a personal attachment to Levi himself, with introducing Kenny the Ripper. Historia gets development and to answers to why she is important and her backstory that reveals really big details of the world and secrets inside the wall. I love what they did with Historia. I think what they did with Historia in Season 3 was amazing. Honestly, her character development in Season 3 Part 1 was amazing. I really loved her, and honestly, Historia has become one of my favorite characters. Just the way they handled her on Season 3 Part 1 was amazing, and just so glad. Some people didn't like Part 1 that didn't include titans, huge battles against titans, stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit off seeing this sudden change, this sudden tone of Attack on Titan right after it left off from Season 2, after shit went down with Season 2 with Reiner and Bertolt and all of that. I can understand why people were so confused or frustrated a little bit. But I think they did it justice, giving more info on the walls and what our main cast is fighting for, believes, morals, etc. And overall, Season 3 Part 1 actually did an amazing job. Now, Part 2 of Season 3 goes right back to its roots and to why we love Attack on Titan. It deals a lot with titans, especially with the Armored Titan, the Colossal Titan, and as well the Beast Titan we saw in Season 2. Beast Titan gets more screen time and we get more information on the Beast Titan in Part 2. More great development for our characters such as Erwin, Armin, Bertolt, which is a character I really did not expect to get actual good development in the Season 3, and especially Eren in Season 3, especially the ending, the finale of Season 3. Eren takes a big turn, a very interesting turn with Eren's character. It has great Titan battles following up with some great Hideyuki Sawano music. There are a lot of high stakes with Part 2, determining the future with this battle, and it really does feel like that. Each fight feels like it's high stakes and means something important. And this whole battle, Part 2, the whole battle when they're going back to Wall Moria, it means a whole big deal. It is the future of mankind. It does determine the future of mankind and where they will go from there. Lots of character moments that will leave you cheering, shocked, sad, and even depressed. The questions we had since the beginning of the series are answered and leaves us wondering what's gonna happen next. Animation overall was fantastic, especially with the fight scenes. There were CGI that didn't look so good, especially on Berto, some of the horses and the characters. I really don't like CGI how they use in anime, but some CGI is good when it blends in well with the the animation. If it blends in well, Ufotable is really good at that, blending CGI and animation together. They do a really splendid job. But here it didn't look too good, and as well not too bad. When all the episodes of season 3 are released and you binge watch everything, it flows very nice with part 1 into part 2, and it's great. In the end, season 3 was an amazing ride. Season 3 improved on from the other seasons of Attack on Titan. Episodes of season 3 are interesting in its own way, the story is moving forward, and there are consequences to that. It ends in a very satisfying and very dark tone, and excited to see what our characters will do in the 4th and final season of Attack on Titan. Season 3 gets an S rank. Since part 1 and part 2 did get, released separately, part 1 got released last year and part 2 got released this year. So if I have to rank each part separately, part 1 will get a solid A, while part 2 gets a double S rank. I really did love part 2 of Attack on Titan. Great fucking stuff. The Rising of the Shield Hero, an isekai anime. What a surprise! So Itawari Nafumi finds a book in a library and gets sent into another world where 3 other people are summoned, and their task is to become heroes and fight waves of monsters in order to save the world. Your standard isekai, fucking plot. What I like about Shield Hero is that, one thing, it does establish its plot. It does establish that it's an isekai, so it doesn't have to go through all that, explaining where am I. It's kind of the same routine as other fucking isekai animes that have been released over the past, few seasons. We pretty much know what an isekai is. You die, you get reincarnated, you get summoned to a fantasy world with magic and swords and stuff like that. So it establishes on where they are. Not too much stalling on setting up the plot. Rin, who is the sword hero. Motoyasu is the spear hero. Itsuki, the bow hero. And Nafumi, the shield hero. And right off the bat, we see that the shield hero is not very liked in this world. Nobody joins his party except this princess named Malti. Fucking bitch. Minor spoiler alert for episode 1. Nafumi then gets falsely accused of rape by Malti. Now everybody hates him now. And now it's basically Nafumi versus the world he's in and his rising as a hero. So Nafumi gets a big beating in the first couple of episodes, and you feel bad for him. And the strongest strength of Shield Hero is the protagonist, Nafumi. You want him to succeed. You want him to rise as a hero. You want him to fucking dropkick the fucking princess. And that's what's so great about this show. Characters show up in the episodes that make you mad. They get you fucking triggered by the actions they do, or just by fucking existing, honestly. You get triggered by these characters and you want them to see them fall. You want them to perish. You want to fucking drop kick them. It's great seeing Nafumi become stronger as a hero, being more of a hero than, the other heroes. But in the beginning, he had to use some not so nice tactics in order, to advance in this world. Some of the characters are not the most developed characters, but the good thing about these characters, they do fit that role of, just of a character you just want to hate. You want them to see them fall. And that's the one thing they do a good job in this show, filling the role of the bad guy and you just want to see him fall. That is the good thing about this show. When they enter this fantasy world, they have these RPG mechanics with them, you know, leveling up, choosing, you know, the stats to upgrade, stuff like that. And in my honest opinion, I hate that. I don't like this RPG mechanic shit. It's not my style. I just don't like it. I like medieval fantasy stuff, you know, I like to see dragons, magic, wizards, you know, goblins, swords clashing, stuff like that. That is my, you know, my taste. I just like seeing that. And mixed with anime, that's fucking great, which is why I kind of, you know, have a soft spot for the isekai, you know, genre. When they add some random RPG elements, it kind of takes away from, you know, in this fantasy world, stuff like that. I just don't like that. It just did not fit for me. I just hated that they added that. Later, he gets a slave demi-human named Raftali who fights for him because since he has a shield, all his stats rely on, you know, defense. And the bond between them is great. It's what keeps Naofumi going and finding some sort of happiness in this world that people just hate him. Later on, more characters join his party and build more bonds with him that keep him moving forward. Fights are entertaining in general, knowing what the stakes are and what's all about, but some of the fights are filled with bad CGI and it just looks bad and it takes away from the enjoyment. Not all fights are filled with CGI, some of the fights are just, you know, animated, but the fights with CGI look really bad, especially in the final acts of the season. It just looks bad. I just don't like it. They showed the opening with some great animation with Raphtalia kicking ass, and they just show us with this crappy ass CGI. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? I just did not like that. Me and CGI, you know, we don't have the most best relationship, you know, out there. Pacing of the story is good. Some slow parts in the middle of the season that kind of felt, you know, like a waste. But in the end, the Rising of the Shield Hero is enjoyable. You feel satisfied at the end of the characters that, you know, fucked Naofumi up in the beginning of the story. Seeing these characters fall is really, really worth it. Naofumi being a great protagonist and driving the story. At the end of the season, the story does expand more from the generic isekai, you know, plot, and makes you curious to see what comes next. Season 2, I do believe, has been confirmed. I could be wrong on that, but if season 2 is coming out, I am excited to see more of the Shield Hero. Shield Hero was actually a very enjoyable series. The Rising of the Shield Hero gets a solid A. One Punch Man Season 2. Let's just establish right here and right now that Season 1 of One Punch Man is a fucking masterpiece, must I say. Yes, I will say it. It's fucking great. It's fucking godlike. It's a really good damn fucking good anime, especially the manga right now. God damn, it's so good. And the anime of the first season, it's just fucking godlike. New studio takes care of One Punch Man Season 2, known as JC Staff. Oh my god. So you guys all pretty much know my thoughts on One Punch Man Season 2. I did make a video about it saying how disappointing One Punch Man Season 2 was. But after finishing all of Season 2, I must say, it's still pretty good. The story and the characters, they're all there and it's great to watch. The character interactions are great and funny. New characters appear like Fubaki, waifu material. King, who I fucking love what they did with this fucking character. It's fucking great. Suryu and Garo, who is the main focus of this season, who is a hero hunter hunting down the best of heroes. The narrative and the characters, they're all here. Saitama is the main protagonist of One Punch Man. He is able to defeat, you know, any monster, anybody with one solid punch. But in this season, he is mainly a side character, and this season focuses on the other characters. The animation is one of the bad parts of Season 2. Some of the fights are ruined with some, you know, bad animations, and the still frames with the quick cuts, it's not that good. It's fucking shit. But there are some decent fights here and there that, you know, are pretty entertaining to watch. Visuals, of course, look different from Season 1. Some characters look fucking bad. I mean, Genos. Oh no, Genos, what did they do to you? The CGI is used. Of course it's fucking used. Fucking CGI. It doesn't really fit well in some of the scenes. Some of it looks fucking off. This season felt like the studio didn't even try. Some of the fights, the character moments just felt bland. Season 1 had moments where the studio actually put effort in it in some of the scenes. There's no spirit in most of the episodes of season 2 compared to season 1. Plot goes a little crazy in the middle of the season with a bunch of stuff happening at once. In the final act of season 2, it starts to pick up. I suggest to read the manga to get the most enjoyment out of the whole series. In the end, One Punch Man season 2, was a big downgrade from season 1. With the different visuals and the animation, but the story and the characters is still fucking great. You can still find enjoyment out of it. Even with this season had some bad animation, it still didn't bring the show down. It is still enjoyable to watch, and if you are a One Punch Man fan, I do suggest watching this entire season. It's really fucking good. Whoever picks up One Punch Man next hopefully does justice to the series. One Punch Man season 2 gets an A-. Wise Man's Grandchild. Another fucking isekai anime. Jesus fucking Christ. So what is this isekai about, huh? Is it about another fucking guy who gets fucking killed by a fucking truck, by Truck-chan, and gets sent to another fucking world to become OP as fuck in this fantasy land world? Yes, that's exactly the fucking plot. So Wise Man's Grandson is a story about a guy who dies by a truck and gets reincarnated as a baby named Shin Wolford, who is raised by two powerful mages, and in retired night it becomes OP as a mage and in combat. And when he reaches the age of 15, he goes on an academy to learn more about magic and just to experience the world. Your standard isekai fucking trash. It's, oh my god. And I marathoned the whole thing. The romance is one thing that I liked about it, and that's the one thing that kind of, the only reason why I marathoned this entire shit was because of the romance between the MC and the main female character, Sizzla. Her big titties. I like, romance, just even when it's not the greatest fucking romance out there, I just like seeing two people fall in love. Hey, it's just my type of shit. I know it's pretty gay, but hey, I like it. This anime has nothing special. Everything about this anime is very basic. The protagonist is very, overpowered, who pretty much beats everything. The fights in the anime are actually very entertaining. The animation is actually pretty solid overall, surprisingly. The colors are a nice bright color when the fights go on, and when they use the magic, it's nice to look at. Some weird still frames of the characters look a bit off. The characters are very generic, nothing special at all. They have some nice character interactions here and there, nice funny moments with the characters, but overall, it's nothing too special. In the end, The Wise Man's Grandson is your average isekai, nothing special about it, just what you expect in an isekai anime. But if you like that type of stuff, they're very generic, nothing too serious, not too much of a serious plot, then you'll probably like this. But overall, it's your standard isekai trash. Wise Man's Grandchild gets a C+. We Never Learn. So this is a show when I first watched when it came out, and it didn't really hook me. It was a similar show to I watched last season that I fucking loved, the Quintessential Quintuplets. A very smart guy named Naruki is tasked to help these girls study in order to get a VIP recommendation that gives out full scholarships, so he can get a great job to help his poor family. Furuyashi and Okata are geniuses in certain areas, but they are bad at other subjects, and they want to get into the university of their choice, but the thing is the university requires them to be good at the subjects that they are bad at. Then another girl gets introduced named Uraka, waifu material, who is Naruyuki's childhood friend, who is a fucking beast at sports but sucks at everything else. And now his job is to tutor these 3 girls in order to get the scholarship. But once all these episodes, were out, I gave it another shot. I watched the entire season and I fucking loved it. The characters are what great about this series. There are funny character moments with each of the characters. It's one of those harem animes where all the girls, fall for the MC. When the series goes on, the girls start to realize their feelings towards, the MC. The childhood friend Uraraka, the one who I'm rooting for, already had feelings for the MC, and it's fucking cute seeing her blush and just being embarrassed in front of Naruyuki. Naruyuki helps the girls with their studies and the parts that they are not good at, but as well he helps them grow as characters in general. It's a nice rom-com that I really did enjoy. More characters get introduced, like the beautiful, adorable sensei and a very nice senpai. Naruyuki is well trusted among the girls. He is someone who cares about the ones around him. In the end, we never learn. It's an enjoyable rom-com that has some nice moments with the characters, and the romance in the anime is nice. It is nothing like other amazing rom-coms out there, but it's still enjoyable in the end. Another season for the anime has been confirmed, and I actually do look forward to it in the future. We Never Learn gets A-. Why the hell are you here, teacher? Fuck's sake, this fucking show. So Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher is a short anime series, that's 10 minutes long. That's basically about students who stumble upon their teachers in weird situations, in weird places, that just leads to very weird events. So that's pretty much the overall plot. I cannot make it any more simpler than that. Like, seriously, that's like the fucking entire plot of this fucking anime. And guess what? I fucking watched everything, all episodes, and I don't regret a fucking thing. You all watched it. Don't lie, just admit it. You're a man of culture. It don't mean shit. The one thing that I really did not like about this fucking show is the amount of fucking censorship there was in this fucking show. They know what they're selling us. They know what this show is about. They know why we're watching this show. They know, right? They know what's the scoop. They know what's the big thing that keeps us coming back to this show and watching it. And they fucking censored everything. Most of the time they censor everything. They censor the nipple, they censor the weird positions the characters are in. Overall, the censorship does take away from the enjoyment of this show. We got 4 teachers who are cute. We got the strict teacher, but who is adorable on the inside. The lolly teacher with some big fucking titties, Jesus Christ. The PE teacher who's very energetic and has that sexy 10 line. And that teacher who does not know how to, talk to people, who's emotionless, but in the end learns to show emotion. And the relationship between the students, it's alright. The MCs of each episode, the 4 students, are not the best well developed. You have your cute waifus, and the students are average. They're average in character. But the bonds between them, of the teachers and the students, they don't work out too well. Their relationship gets rushed a little bit too fast. The show knows what it's about, and they rush, the relationship, getting together. It feels like it's rushed a bit at the end. The beginning episodes are pretty solid, but at the end of the episodes, like the mid-season and the finale, they start to rush stuff a little bit with some of the teachers. In the end, Why the Hell Are You Here, Teachers? What you expect. The censorship kind of took away from the enjoyment, but most of us are going to pretty much buy the Blu-ray for the uncensored version, or they're just probably gonna go online to watch the uncensored version. But overall, it's one of those animes. They're just they're just there. Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher gets a C+. Isekai Quartet. Now this show is it's one of those shows that I really do recommend, but at the same time I don't recommend it if you have not seen these 4 shows. Now what Isekai Quartet is about is basically these 4 isekai anime: Re:Zero, Overlord, Konosuba, and Lolly Natsu. All 4 of these animes basically cross over and they all get summoned into this school and they just live daily high school lives. It's just a standard high school plot, yes, but what's great about this is the fucking characters from each series interacting with each other. Oh my god, it's just fucking beautiful. Now its biggest strengths about this series is interactions with these characters. Like I said before, there is a lot of Easter eggs here and there with some of the characters, when the MCs talk to each other, or some of the side characters talk to each other. Even with the regular character interactions with the characters in that same universe, it's all fun and games and it's enjoyable to watch. Now, I fucking enjoyed the hell out of this fucking series because I have watched 3 of the 4 isekais are in this fucking anime. I've seen Re:Zero, Overlord, Konosuba. The only one I have not watched is the Lolly Natsu. I have not watched her anime. Did not know it was an isekai. Did not know the guy fucking died in his anime and got reincarnated as a little girl who was just fucking crazy for battle. The only way to get the most enjoyment out of this series is if you have watched all of the isekai anime that were in this anime. If you're an outsider who does not know any of these characters, what their quirks are, their backstory, and just the Easter eggs here and there that are throughout this show, you will not really enjoy this show, in my opinion. You probably might get some laughs here and there, but when you've seen the animes and when you know the characters, you will have a fucking blast about this show. Great fucking opening, great fucking ending. Seeing the waifu sing at the end, it's just fucking godlike. In the end, Isekai Quartet is fun at the end. Season 2 has been confirmed. Another isekai is on its way. I am kind of curious on what isekai it's gonna be because the isekai genre is fucking kicking ass nowadays. It's one's coming after another. It's just fucking crazy. And I am kind of excited to see season 2. I really did enjoy this fucking series. It's fucking enjoyable. It's fucking funny. Isekai Quartet gets an A+. Alright, this concludes this episode of seasonal, and I don't have a title for this series. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. So we'll figure it out. Right now I'm just calling it whatever it is that I'm calling it. I'll figure out a better name in the future, or probably not. We'll see. And I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So later.